these are the 5 top tips to create a professional looking website. As I've recently redone my homepage and I put a lot of thought into it, I'm going to use this as a demonstration. But yeah, if you want to get in touch, we can have a look at yours in more detail. So the first thing is to have a clean, modern and responsive design. You want to make sure that it looks good on mobile, tablet and desktop. And you also want to make sure that all the text is readable, the fonts work well on the backgrounds, and that people know what to do. So just here at the very beginning, you have your logo, your branding, this tells them who you are. Then you have the navigation for them to act on, and then at the end you have a call to action. So even though the contact and the schedule free call do a very, very similar thing, it's just about prompting and about making it very visible. In 2-3 seconds they know exactly what you want them to do. Then as you go down, you want to try and have prompts. So I use the blue on the white to stand out as a button, and you can see here you get different actions as you go through. But the whole time they get to know that these blue buttons is basically what they would do to take the next step. Then the next thing is to look at a kind of a responsive design. So we're going to go into the editor. 1 second. This is Elementor. This is a WordPress builder that I love personally. I find it very, very intuitive, very nice to work with. Let's just go and have a look at so this is tablet. So you can see everything's resized. The menu's changed. All the text and the images have been moved across. And it means that it works better on this kind of a device. Now if I go to mobile, this is kind of the priority. And you can see again everything's gone into a single column. So it means it's nice and scrollable, there's no text running off the screen, and people can know exactly what to do. And yeah, I would limit animations on mobile, but you can have small ones like this. I wouldn't have too many, like lots of videos and lots of options when you're using the mobile view. Number 2 is customizing your brand identity. So personally, I use the 2 blues and the red, and I kind of use them throughout the website. So all of my material, all of my fonts match up, and they're all consistent with each other across the site, and that's really important. So I've said it in other guides, but consistency is key. So every page should match up, and the fonts, etc. And then hopefully these colours and fonts should also go into your social media posts, any print material, business cards and things like that, just so it's a very cohesive design and they know it's a single brand. Maybe it couldn't be 2 different people. I'm now going to go on to tip number 3. This is looking at page speed. On WordPress, I'm just going to show you, so excuse me, I'm just going to go into the dashboard. There's different plugins you can use, and these plugins can allow you to speed up your site. So I'm just going to go into So I'm just going to go over to GT Metrics and run a quick report on my site to look at the speed. This is a free, this one's Page Speed Insights, and this is a free bit of software from Google. You literally would type in Google Page Speed Insights, you get this up. And then what it will do, it will pull off your actual site speed, how it compares as a percentile with all other websites. So that's not a ranking, that's a comparison between every website that's online. Then it looks at accessibility, best practice and SEO, and it gives you a nice snapshot of your website and what you can do to improve it. You'll often find that mobile is slower than desktop, and that's okay, that's kind of expected. But this will give you prompts of things you can do to improve. So depending on the builder you use, depending on the software, you can look at optimizing your images, you can have a caching plugin, there's lots of things you can do, but you can take this link and share this page with a developer or someone else, and they can work with you to improve on these things. Obviously, if you're using something like Wix or Squarespace, you're a little bit more limited. And even WordPress does have some limitations as well, but this is a really nice free tool to get you into a better position. Tip number 4 is going to be looking at creating engaging content. And I mean, obviously, if you're looking at this course, you know that I've been providing bite-sized marketing guides and workshops for a number of years, and I really believe that offering some value and offering some content to your audience, your potential customers and your leads is really valuable. So in my case, I'll give you an example. I've got some resources on, as well as the course that you're looking at now. There's also the bite-sized marketing guides. And what I'll do is every time someone asks a question, if a client isn't unsure about something, I try and build a guide around that, and then I share that with other people. It's kind of a win-win because it helps the client, it helps the user, but indirectly it also builds up your brand, it builds up your SEO, and it gives people a reason to come back to your website. So start asking your clients what questions they have, what pain points, and then when you have time, kind of build content around that. It really is a very valuable way of taking the next step. And finally, tip number 5 is to create a professional and easy to use contact page. So obviously this button here, that's the main call to action. When someone goes there, just really clean and simple. You've got request a callback. I let them know obviously that they can get a free consultation, give them the option to email, to phone, or to fill out the form. I also then give them the option to subscribe for marketing guides. For GDPR, let them unsubscribe, and then also underneath give them the option to actually sign up for the separate kind of the course and the guides as well. So it's more about clarity and just making sure that you're giving people different options to contact you. You haven't got lots of colours and images over it, and it's very clear when they've completed that form. For most websites, it's generally good to have a separate contact page and have like a breakout page. I'd rather have 3 to 5 page sites, normally work really well, rather than having it all on one scrolling page. But that's my personal preference. So great, these have been the top 5 reasons to build a professional website, and I'll add some notes underneath and just get in touch if you've got any questions. Thank you.